The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
Georgian Prime Minister Qatar-Georgia on Wednesday told the ongoing Qatar Economic Forum in Doha his government had done its utmost to ensure the country's Euro-Atlantic integration over the past decade. Qatar-Georgia made the comment at a panel discussion held as part of forum and highlighted the ruling Georgian Dream Party had signed the association agreement, free trade and visa-free travel deals with the European Union, while also obtaining a European perspective last year, an outcome he said no one had imagined 10 years ago. He also stressed his government's decision to formally specify the country's Euro-Atlantic integration and Georgia's foreign policy orientation in the country's constitution. Any act, be it visa regime closing state borders or ban on flights, is a sanction, which means that the country enters escalation with Russia, said Parliament Speaker Shalva Papuashvili. The speaker believes that prospective measures should follow the imposition of sanctions that threaten the country's security. The question of sanctions, according to Shalva Papuashvili, was debated multiple times, and the opposition reorganized, and sanctioning Russia wouldn't serve the country's interests and would lead to escalation. Mestvirishvili, the acting governor of National Bank of Georgia, on Wednesday said evaluations of Georgia's investment environment by international rating agencies boosted investors and foreign organizations' confidence in the domestic economy. Mestvirishvili said the rating had a positive impact on the country's business environment and added the rankings for the country had been maintained despite international changes. He cited Russia's invasion of Ukraine, higher commodity prices, and ongoing negative impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic among the challenges, and said maintenance of credit rating for Georgia despite these issues showed effectiveness of the ambiguous response to macroeconomic policy and the efficiency of the banking system. 28 projects will be carried out to benefit victims of cooperative housing, said Tbilisi Mayor Kakakaladze at the municipal government meeting. Tbilisi Mayor clarified that construction permits are issued on 15 projects, 9 are pending, and winner investors are revealed. Over 1,400 victims will receive apartments. Additionally, 615 applications are submitted to Tbilisi City Hall, and they will be met in the coming years. The Tbilisi mayor thanked municipal services and construction companies which are involved in the resolution of the problem. Georgian Economy Minister Relevan Davitashvili on Tuesday said that in parallel with the Qatar Economic Forum, Georgian officials held meetings with several sectoral ministries discussing Qatar-Georgia economic cooperation. Davitashvili announced that an important agreement would be signed between the countries, promoting innovation and technology cooperation with Qatar. Amid geopolitical challenges, interest from global investors, including Qatari investors, has soared. We also talked about trade and economic issues, and it's crucial to note the Qatar-Georgia Agreement on Investment Promotion and Protection inked last year. All of this creates a very important prerequisite for us to be able to attract additional foreign direct investments from Qatar to Georgia, Davitashvili asserted. In Q1 2023, the number of Georgian resident travelers' trips abroad equaled 485.8 thousand, which is 2.2 times higher compared to the data from the same period of the previous year. Most of the trips, 46.3%, were made by travelers of 3150 age group, according to the preliminary data from the National Statistics Office of Georgia. In Q1 2023, the purpose of majority of outbound visits was shopping. The expenditures during the visit made in Q1 2023 equal to 372.5 million lari, which was 30.7 2% higher compared to the data from the same period of the previous year. Average expenditure on the visit decreased by 37% compared to Q1 2022 and amounted to 330.8 lari. Georgian population's average monthly income increased by 17.3%, while expenditures by 20.3% in 2022, said the Georgian National Statistics Service in its annual report on indicators of living conditions. According to the survey results, the average monthly expenditures per household increased by 22% and equal to 1,430 lari, while the average monthly expenditures per capita increased by 21.7% and amounted to 420.7 lari. In 2022, the share of household cash consumption expenditures in total expenditures increased by 1.4 percentage points compared to the 2021 year and equals to 71.5%.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.